One of the ways you normally conventionally prop someone is just with the bolster underneath the knees and the feet, depending on how the person's legs are lying on the table. Biggest problem I've found with that is, let's say if someone has either trauma to the system or they're just on the large side. John is 6'4" and he's got long legs. It's fine. However, when I go to work with him in this position to work on the pelvis or the groin, I now have a lot of weight behind me and size. And I don't care who you are, and even myself, because of an old knee injury, get very habitual in how you want to hold your back while someone's holding your leg. The art of relaxing isn't as easy for something like that. So that's where I've gone over to the Eggball system for something like this. So now propping the system with the ball, there's a lot of things that I like with this. First of all, I can work with the relationship of the knee to the foot. Very similar lesson that we can do on ourselves when you're lying there and you're just rolling the foot from the left to the right position, that you're working on the hip joint. Very similarities that you can do with your client with something in this position. This is a perfect way how you can work with the twist through the lower leg. And now the knee is just starting to flag because the hip joint's releasing or reorganizing. See, as the hip starts to go, then I can start getting so much more movement with the leg. Another thing that I'm just hypothesizing on, but I really find true, something that's neat about working on the Eggball system is I think it really reminds the central nervous system how fluid the body needs to be. We're about 80% water, and we become, as we like to say, stiff or just unorganized in my mind, but of how to take the information. If someone's, quote, stiff, that means they don't know how to take my touch and organize a movement around it, which is fine, and then it's my job to show the system how to move more efficiently. But what goes on with the ball, it really increases my lesson speed. It's almost in certain cases like getting 5 lessons in 1 hour session of what it would take just having the lower leg. I couldn't work with the knee in relationship to the foot in this kind of position lower with the bolster. I would either have to bring my table up, which isn't always ideal, because if someone's harder about getting down, also I can't bring them into a flat-footed to sit up when the table's high. I specifically don't like it for the children because they refer to it too much of as a doctor's table, and they get fearful because they think they're being examined, or they associate pain with that kind of table versus just a low table that they can get on and off when they want to. And as you can see, as the lesson changes to the ball is a great way of telling how your information or the energy is changing in the system to allow the ball to respond more fluid as the body becomes more fluid. And if you don't think that really happens, really look at a bone, especially in the calf bone, before you start a lesson. And you'll actually feel almost like a sharpness sometimes, or a very, bone's bone. But I really can do lessons, and I've shown people how much the actual tonus of the bone changes just in a short lesson, short amount of time. Could be easily as 15 minutes. But if the twist is healthy in a system, see, now I'm going to the foot and I'm trying to relate that to the leg. So if you've got a nice healthy twist, now I'm going to reach over. I normally wouldn't do that, just to show you. See, I haven't worked with this leg yet. The twist just is not as apparent. It'll catch on quite quickly. But now I have to organize the foot into that. Just the section alone, if your system can't twist, it's difficult to get out of the car. It's not enjoyable. It's difficult to get out of a chair, a booth, or because your system's not taking that information. There's no difference between what I'm doing right now and that kind of a movement that you do in your daily life. Most people are absolutely comfortable in this position for up to an hour. Always just check in with someone whether, you don't want the circulation to be an issue. Or address it that you need to go to a smaller system. And now I'm just bringing conversations of the hip into that.